is about powerful rulers who control the world, and there are intense conflicts between them and demonic creatures. A group of these creatures decides to fight against the rulers to prevent their domination. Led by a leader named King Bull, they engage in battles. The emperor observes the war and intervenes to end the conflicts. He transforms into a large dragon but can't defeat King Bull. He injures King Bull, weakens, and decides not to kill him. At the last moment, the emperor's younger sister pleads with him not to kill King Bull. The emperor decides to punish them by banishing them to a fiery mountain region. In the sky, a girl named Nawa from the Sky Rulers appears, witnesses the destruction, sacrifices herself to restore things, and becomes a protective crystal shield. Meanwhile, a small monkey named Kong is born from Nawa's crystals, possesses extraordinary powers, and is sent to bring peace to humanity. The wise Shibodi helps Kong learn and grow, and he impresses with his combat skills. Kong transforms into different creatures during training and finally awakens from a dream. And Balakwo met Shibodi, who told him about the dream. Shibodi warned Balakwo that using his power for evil would lead to a fate like that of a demon. He also mentioned that Balakwo no longer needed him since he knew everything. Kong was sad to say goodbye to Shibodi and embraced him before parting ways. Meanwhile, the demonic creatures that had been hiding in the fiery mountains were planning to attack the sky again. The Bull King was constructing a massive and destructive weapon to fight Emperor Giant and defeat him. However, he needed help from a ruler named Airland. At the same time, a huge monster attacked the monkeys in the forest. Kong arrived just in time to fight the creature and emerged victorious, defending the monkeys. The monkeys were proud of him and asked him to be their king, to which he agreed, promising to always protect them. Kong descended into the enchanted sea beneath the tunnels to retrieve weapons for the monkeys. He encountered a fish that tried to consume him, but he managed to escape. In the kingdom, the Dragon King requested weapons, but the people didn't welcome him. They were ordered to attack Kong, but a sorceress managed to trap Kong in a transparent and powerful bubble. Kong, however, broke free from the bubble, caught the sorceress, and obtained the treasures he desired from the king, who then rewarded him with magical items. Later, Kong discovered a massive pillar. Despite the Dragon King's warning that it supported the entire ocean and couldn't be moved, Kong managed to lift and move the pillar, causing chaos and triggering hurricanes within the ocean. The king transformed the pillar into a small piece, which Kong took. The king managed to escape before dying. Kong swiftly moved away from the scene to avoid his own demise. The wife of the Bull King witnessed the chaos in the ocean as destructive waves approached. She tried to gather her strength to prevent the waves from destroying them, but failed. Her husband, the Bull King, arrived and used all his power to avert the catastrophe. Indeed, he succeeded in stopping the waves from causing destruction. At that moment, the Bull King thought that he could help prevent future disasters by invading the sky once again. Meanwhile, due to the floods, the demons went to the monkeys' land and a battle ensued. Kong appeared, and upon learning that the monkeys had fled because of him, he allowed them to stay with him. A girl transformed into a monkey recognized Kong and warmly greeted him, as she remembered him from when he was younger. Kong and the monkey girl, Shui, flew together under the sunlight in a romantic setting. As they opened their arms to embrace the sunrise, they were suddenly met with a fast-approaching blaze that turned out to be Naza, the disciple of the Bull King's master, sent to capture Kong. Kong engaged in a battle with Naza but struggled to use his skills effectively against him. He tried to protect Shui, but Naza's fire attacks overwhelmed him. At the last moment, the Demon King intervened and saved Kong and Shui. Naza fled, and Kong asked the Demon King about his identity. The Demon King thanked Kong for saving his life and revealed that he was the Bull King. Later, Kong spoke to the Demon King and explained that he was responsible for the tsunami and floods when he stole the Dragon King's staff. Meanwhile, the ruler Shin discussed the danger posed by Kong's alliance with the Demon King to the Emperor. Master Shibudi appeared and assured the Emperor that Kong couldn't become evil. He revealed that Kong was his pupil and that he personally trained him. He told Kong that he was born from the crystals of NWA, who sacrificed herself to save the entire empire. The Emperor decided to forgive Kong due to NWA's sacrifice for them. They went to the Demon King Thor, who suggested that Kong change his name to Heavenly Being instead of Monkey King. Kong agreed to the new name and introduced himself to the monkeys using it. The Demon King talked to Kong about the Paradise Palace, mentioning that he should rule it and explaining the concept of immortality. The Demon King spoke to his guard, Shan, and informed him that the southern gate of the palace wouldn't allow demons to pass through. He mentioned that Kong needed to enhance his power with the elixir found in the Paradise Palace. Kong reached the Paradise Palace, where Shan informed him that the southern gate was restricted for demons. Kong asserted that he wasn't a demon and managed to enter through the southern gate without any issues, thanks to the crystals that allowed him to pass. Kong encountered the Emperor, who was surprised when Kong touched his horse. Kong was thrilled to meet the Emperor and requested to be taught immortality to protect his tribe from death. However, the Emperor explained that achieving immortality wasn't easy. The Emperor offered Kong the responsibility of taking care of his heavenly horses, and Kong accepted the Emperor's offer. However, he grew bored over time. Shan mocked Kong, highlighting his status as a monkey, and struck Kong's horses. Angry, Kong retaliated by hitting Shan and releasing the horses from the stable. The army tried to capture Kong, who managed to escape and hide in the sacred forest. Kong played with fruit, which attracted the officials responsible for the fruit. They told Kong that the fruit was reserved for the Emperor. Kong used his power to immobilize them briefly and left. Shan informed Kong about the chaos caused by his actions. Kong confronted Shan, hitting him in the eye. Shan attacked Kong with a spear to kill him, but the Emperor intervened and reprimanded Shan for his actions. The Emperor revealed to Shan that Kong was not a demon and that he had been playfully striking his own head with fruit all along. The Emperor disclosed that Kong was impersonating him. Kong escaped quickly from Shan's grip. Meanwhile, the Bull King's wife discovered her husband's plan to fight in the sky and realized that she had left everything behind at the Paradise Palace, including her father, the Emperor. The Bull King assured her that he would return her to the palace. The Bull King and his army succeeded in creating the Devil's Axe, which would aid them in battle, and they destroyed the Paradise Palace. Kong met a girl named Okanda, who was in charge of creating the magical elixir. Okanda tells Kong that one elixir pill is equivalent to 30,000 years of experience. She explains the various benefits of the elixir and informs him that if it's mishandled, it could harm him. Kong discovers that the girl is actually Shan in disguise, attempting to trap him. He enters the forbidden area of the elixir. Master Shibuti appears and tries to assist Kong, but his efforts are in vain. Shan captures Kong, who struggles to break free from his restraints. The monkey decides to throw himself into the fire to see if he can survive and achieve immortality. Despite Master Shibuti's warning that he will die, Kong jumps into the fire and emerges unscathed, gaining immense power. He confronts Shan, who attacks him, but Kong proves too strong. Shan is forced to flee from Kong. Master Shibuti notifies the Emperor that Kong has disappointed him, and the Emperor instructs the Master to let Kong go wherever he wishes. Kong returns to the mountain where he used to live and discovers the bodies of his friends and his beloved laying dead on the ground. He recalls his promise to keep them safe. Grief-stricken, Kong moves their bodies and mourns their loss. The Bull King reveals to Kong that it was the Paradise Palace's army that killed them and asks Kong to unite with him for revenge. Enraged, Kong heads to the Paradise Palace, effortlessly defeating everyone who opposes him. He smashes the gate and infiltrates the palace. Kong faces the demons in battle, multiplying himself and defeating the entire army. Meanwhile, the Bull King prepares himself and his weapons to fight in the sky. In the sky, the Bull King wields the devastating halberd, obliterating the remaining guards in the palace. The Emperor transforms into a massive dragon to battle Kong fiercely. Master Shibuti and the Demon King reveal themselves to be stronger than the Emperor. The Demon King kills the Emperor, leaving a mark on his neck, just like the mark that appeared on NWA's neck when she died. Kong realizes that the Demon King orchestrated everything, including the deaths of his friends and beloved. He fights the Demon King but loses consciousness. Kong sees NWA's spirit encouraging him to fight. Kong regains consciousness and defeats the Demon King with immense strength. The Bull King transforms into a massive and terrifying creature, while Kong turns into a powerful giant gorilla. After a fierce battle, Kong breaks the Bull King's horn and emerges victorious. The defeated Demon King transforms into a one-horned goat. The Bull King's wife appears and assures him that she will stay by his side, even if he's now a goat. They have a child together. When Kong seeks help from the higher power, the emperor tells him that it will take hundreds of years to repair the devastation caused. Kong is sentenced to imprisonment for 500 years in the Five-Finger Mountain to learn patience and wisdom.